Welcome.
Welcome to Copenhagen.
The battle is on.
It's looking quite light out there, so we're just setting the boat up for light air conditions and making small little tweaks.
As a Danish team, we feel pretty good here in Copenhagen. It's a place where we have sailed a lot of times, so we definitely feel at home here. I've always loved light winds and especially tricky conditions, so this will suit us really good. We're going to love it out there today.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There's the gun, and US1 sailing bursting off the line, absolutely inch perfect.
US1 already around. They're certainly impressive. Hans Valen is trying to go closer to shore. Oh, look at this. I think Hans Valen has gotten a piece out of Taylor Canfield right now. Hans Valen, last year's champion, is first around that mark, and now they're just heading up towards the finish line.
They're going to come through the line for this second race on day one. We're going to see some bottom mark action here. Trifork coming in on port. He is going to have room, but he's also giveaway boat. We see him cross behind.
Oh, and there's some speed on US1. Can they still come through, or will they be
Trifork
squeezed?
spearing it in. Taylor Canfield bringing the bow up.
And here comes Hydra as well, and they hit the mark, and that's going to be
Hydra on the inside, but US1 Sailing have managed to come around the outside.
Oh, and we have protest from Trifork and protest from Hydra, and I wonder what happens there with US1. Was he allowed to put that on? And there's a red flag, but who's the red flag against?
We're penalized. It was for not keeping clear, and they have no mark room.
So Team Hydra getting the penalty, not keeping clear, not giving enough room to Team Trifork. Unfortunately back down in last position. A fantastic race, and what a spectacular bottom mark rounding to complete today's sailing here in Copenhagen.
It's some big gusts coming in. We're going to start with one reef, and today helmets are mandatory.
Yesterday we had really light breeze. Today it's going to be really hectic and everyone has to know what to do on the boat. It's going to be full on out there today.
Big breeze and boats everywhere, really going fast. Closing speeds of probably 50 knots or so. It should be exciting.
Final few seconds, and the bow's down. A perfect start from those front three boats. Team Trifork out in front as their Jenica rolls out, come down onto the downwind. While I'm racing almost simultaneously with Ram Racing all behind. It's still all to play for in this match. Ram Racing looked like to be well positioned for this near buoy, but they've now jibed too to follow US1 Sailing around that top, and Trifork the first to take this leeward mark. There the view back to Essek and Ram Racing. Both boats screaming up to the line. Who's going to take it first?
Trifork!
We got a good start. Had a great last run and gained 1 or 2 boats on the final downwind, so fantastic.
Mateus Ram rounds the mark in front. Valum taking the opposite of the two marks as Elite rounds in front of them. It is starting to get very intense from a boat handling perspective, and it is Mateus Ram heading for glory in front of the fleet here.
Yes.
He takes the air, he takes the punch, and he takes the win. Ram Racing putting scores on the board.
US1 is first around that mark. Valen and Elite has the inside, and Ram is up there again.
Really huge gust, US1.
Oh, they're running away with it.
This is the US1 we saw of yesterday. Out in front and unstoppable. Coming through, taking the gun, they salute the crowd, and Taylor Canfield, US1 Sailing back on the top of the leaderboard with that decisive performance. We can really sense the energy coming off the team. You guys are fighters.
Absolutely, fighting till the end.
The boats are wound up to speed. And there's the gun.
Oh, Trifork is over, and that's going to be costly.
And that giving a small advantage to US1 Sailing as they reach in. Team US1 keeping them under pressure as they come round. See the crews working hard to pull the mainsail back in there as US1 now lead this pack off to the left-hand side.
Well, Essek is first attack, and US1 is leading the charge out to that left-hand corner. And Essek goes from last to first in that leg.
Essek really just capitalizing on that opportunity. They're now round in front. It is Team Essek that come through as the spray flies past. They come through the line to take this final race, race 7 on the second day here in Copenhagen. Closely followed by Matthias Ram.
I'm so proud of the guys today. They have been really working hard, and we have done so many tight races today, so I'm really happy with them.
This is our hometown. We have many friends here in Copenhagen, so I'm sure that you know, if we can sail well, there will be people cheering from the shore here for sure.
Yeah, today is going to be a really good day for racing. We have a lot of spectators here in Copenhagen, and all the teams now seems to be on their toes, and I think it's going to be a really tight racing today.
I think all the way around the course is going to be a lot of lead changes, and we're super excited and hoping for a good day of racing.
We're going to bring the show full on, I promise you.
Vallum racing right down at the bottom. Final few seconds, there's the gun.
Recall Essek.
So Essek over the line. I thought they looked a little punch to the windward side. Essek having to drop back. Absolutely neck and neck as they hammer across the first reach. Matthias Ram again finds his way to be out in front. Here comes Ram, here comes US1, bringing the bow down to round the mark. It is like formation attack fighters flying in on the bottom gate. Essek now coming in fast and hot there. Inside Battle racing. Essek racing, diving for the inside now. Were they inside 2 lengths? It was very, very close. Essek piling through. The racks come down. Here comes the umpire. There was no room at the inn, and Essek came flying in. And Essek racing completing a penalty turn. It's US1 sailing that come down to the bottom in race 3. To win the scoreboard, and a smile on the way from Taylor. He knows what that means.
All good so far in US1. I think we have a pretty good groove, and I think we're only going to get better throughout the day.
Very nice lay line from Hydra, and they will just go ahead of Ram. Hydra sailing team from top. So much experience on that boat, and that is a team to be reckoned with for the future.
It is Michael Hesbeck and Team Hydra that have been really playing with fire, and they come through. You can see them punching the air.
Fantastic to sail so close to the crowd and yet having fair races, so it's a great venue for sailing out there.
What can you do to get up on top of that podium? There's 5 more matches. Will you make it?
The tough gets tougher, and we're gonna punch really hard.
Today is the final day. We will have a winner of the M32 Series Copenhagen.
Here we are, last day in Copenhagen, and it's game on. You know, there's a bunch of teams right at the top that can all win the event, and it's going to take a lot of hard work to come away with the win today.
Today we are going to be on the podium just because we are up there. We're going to sail as aggressive as yesterday, and we're going to push it really hard in the starts.
It's very tight. I mean, yesterday was incredible for Ram Racing. I mean, they had probably the best day of their life, and we're going to make it sure it's never going to happen again.
And there's the gun, we're up to speed. All clear, and the boats are flying off the line.
A bit of a bow down there for Vallum, and Essek first at the reach mark.
Essek out in front, going for the right-hand mark. There goes Trifork. Now, do they have room? Jessica Hansen doesn't think Matthias Ram has room, and Ram jams it into the mark. Essek racing around the top mark, first to deploy. Coming down towards the line. Jenica's away. The power is up. Great whoop from the crowd as Nicholas Dackhammer comes through. He's really come on. Essek through and into the jibe. US1 carrying on the stern of Vallum. Vallum unable to jibe there, I think, with US1, but he's bringing his bow up. No. There's the shout from Canfield. What do you think you're doing, mate? Worst I've ever seen. Let's see what the umpires make of it.
Green flag, green flag.
Let's see whether Vallum can get across. He's looking to try and make it. There.
Oh, that's going to be messy for the rest. Oh, late jibe from Vallum, and US1 gets that left-hand side that he wanted.
The old man of Swedish sailing is rattling around the young guns, and he bought chains to his briefing with you. I think the chains were for himself. Unlucky. We're going to come back for the battle of second. Essek coming in from the left-hand side. Ram Racing coming in from the right. Essek, they have room and they're jibing round, but Matthias Ram is fast coming in. Can he dive for the inside? Essex Racing are just holding off. Taylor Canfield takes the applause, but the close boat on boat battle is for second. Ram doing everything he can to come back at Essex, but it is not enough. The boats are coming back together. It's starting to look closer and closer. Valan with attack. Taylor Canfield is on starboard.
Oh, he's going to roll him. Valan trying to get the boat going, but it is too late because Taylor Canfield has left the building.
They avoid defeat. They get around the top mark out in front and they burst for home. US 1 Sailing come through the line. They take the applause of the crowd. They wave and they have won the Battle of Copenhagen.
A bit of a roller coaster in very tough conditions, and one of the harder days. We put the pedal down and had some great racing today.
Everyone in the crowd loved today's performance. Excellent sailing.
Awesome, thanks Jazzy. US 1 out.